So again, our theme for this week is how to make money trading tariffs, and we've been talking about this for quite a long time, even pre-election. So I want to add some points, and then we'll also look at a previous discussion from last week that I didn't have time to go over, and also some additional information, some additional articles that we've got about the tariffs. We've got new news on tariffs, on again, off again tariffs. So I wanted to first mention some other potential impacts of tariffs that, in my humble opinion, we might see, like Forex swings in foreign currencies. So we saw that quick dip in the CAD, the Canadian dollar, when Trump announced tariffs on Canada. And we saw a very quick rebound when they got delayed for a month. So I think there are plenty of opportunities with the Forex market, foreign currencies. So when we hear these news on again, off again, tariffs on various countries and their potential impact, we do have ETFs in our ETFs Google sheet and the ETF database sheet where you can also trade foreign currencies if you're not a Forex trader. Also, I hypothesize and have heard cases where people are stocking up on products that are going to be tariffed or potentially going to be tariffed ahead of these tariffs. For example, I heard Jim Cramer, whose wife's got a tequila company. They filled a warehouse up with tequila because they knew Trump was going to apply tariffs to Mexico. I highly suspect there are many others that are doing likewise. So products that potentially or in the future are going to get tariffed, people may be stocking up on them ahead of those tariffs. So that's a positive for companies selling those products before the tariffs. But if people are stocking up and then they're going to, use that supply after the tariffs are applied, could be negative for their sales after tariffs. So we might see again a spike in sales and possibly earnings of some of these companies pre-tariff, but then a drop post-tariff. So be aware of that. Also, the potential for increased domestic demand, but decreased foreign demand. One of the things I heard out of our Canadian friends was a push to buy local, buy Canadian. So don't buy Pepsi or Coke, buy RC Cola in Canada. I think you're going to hear more of that. So these companies or countries involved in these trade wars may push their populace to buy local, buy domestic, and not foreign products. And again, that can benefit local companies and be bad for multinationals, your Cokes, Pepsis, etc. Again, positive for domestic suppliers. So if they're tariffing products coming and being imported, it might be positive for the suppliers, the domestic suppliers of those products. So things, could be agricultural, etc., but also things like auto parts, etc., because a lot of auto parts are in Canada or Mexico. So you might find opportunities for domestic suppliers with those products that are going to be tariffed. Also, some companies may move their production locally. I think it was one of the beverage companies moved their production to Turkey because of tariffs. So you might see some of these companies, I guess BMW moved production into the US in the past to avoid tariffs. So you might hear some of these multinationals open production in a local company to, again, avert the tariffs from having to import. I'm also wondering if we're going to see a swing. We're seeing a swing back up in 3D printing, slow, but I wonder if this will cause more increase in use of 3D printing. 3D printing has a number of benefits. Not only can you produce locally parts and things like that, but also you use less material. So you could get a double benefit from using 3D printing locally to produce parts, etc., that otherwise you would have to import. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a resurgent swing back up in 3D printing. Tariffs again are potentially inflationary. It kind of depends who's going to eat those tariff costs, be it the producer, the or the retail sales person, if they're going to pass that on to the consumer. In my humble opinion, I think the manufacturers are probably going to pass on any tariff costs to the retailer, and then the retailer will have to decide if they want to raise prices to the consumer or if that's going to hurt their demand. Although they could and probably will blame that on the tariffs. Any further price increases, they'll probably blame on the Trump tariffs. So this could again be inflationary, and we saw inflation already going up, so that could defer any further Fed rate cuts, etc. Also, a potential decrease in margins. So whoever eats this tariff cost could decrease their margins, bad for their earnings per share, etc. So again, companies that are impacted by these tariffs may see lower margins, lower EPS, and probably lower stock price in the future. So I want to also go over our previous discussions on tariffs that I didn't have time to go over last week, which you can find in the notes, the link to the notes from last week. So we'll quickly go over those as well. Again, here are my notes from last week on how to make money trading tariffs. So again, we've been talking about this for quite a while, so you can also access previous discussions in the link to the previous videos in both of these notes. We had these on again, off again tariffs with Canada and Mexico. So as part of that, I asked ChatGPT what the largest imports to the US from Canada and the largest imports from Mexico. So just very quickly to look at those, because again, it was just deferred for 30 days. So these are the most imminent tariffs to come. So from Canada, we could see oil, auto parts, vehicles, machinery and equipment, wood and lumber, and machinery and equipment, plastic and chemicals, fertilizer, aluminum and steel, plus they had an additional tariff on steel and aluminum. Agricultural products, wheat, beef, corn, so maybe that's part of the pop up in the price in wheat. We look at Mexico, manufactured goods, automotive, electronic, and agricultural. So again, we've got auto parts and vehicles. So again, your auto manufacturers going to be hit with tariffs on both ends. So very negative for the auto industry. They're going to have to pass along that cost or eat that cost. Computers and electronics, again, machinery, oil, medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, and agriculture, avocados, tomatoes, etc., tequila, electronics, furniture. So we talked about Lazy Boys reporting. We'll hear if they have an impact from tariffs, plastics, textiles, apparel. And again, you can do similarly. We've talked about China previously. Again, you can go to ChatGPT and ask for the major imports for any of the countries, and we may talk about those further. We already saw some retaliatory tariffs from China, and I expect as we slap more tariffs on China, they were actually preempted our tariffs and slapped tariffs on the US. And retaliation, again, I expect more of that. And the question is the EU next. Right? Trump's made some, negative comments about the tariffs and the VAT taxes in the EU. So is the trade war now going to move to the EU? Are we going to see these on again, off again tariffs with the EU. So be aware of companies based in the EU, significant business in the EU, etc. And we've been talking again about tariffs for quite a while, so you can refer back to our notes for pre-election where we were talking about potential tariffs and countries that might benefit or be hurt by Trump's trade war. So we've got a number of videos on the various ETFs, etc., for these various countries. So you can access these videos via the links in the notes. Some of these are bonus videos. They haven't been released yet, but again, you can access these videos all via the links in our notes. And these are the ones that we're going to talk about further, and then we'll jump over and we can see these ETFs in our ETFs Google Sheet. So some of the countries under consideration: Brazil, India. Modi just visited. India had gotten a little pop and then retraced. Some of the ETFs, again, we'll look at our India ETFs. We talked about Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, South Korea also got a bump up recently. They're getting past their other turmoil in South Korea. Talked about Vietnam. I haven't done a video on those. We'll look at those ETFs. Also, we've got a broad Asia ETF, AIA, that Ketan shared with us. Another one I added this week is Central and Eastern Europe could benefit both from tariffs, also if the Ukraine-Russia war ends, that may benefit Central and Eastern Europe. We'll also see in a second, they don't seem to have a lot of high tariffs in that area, so that again might see some production move to that area, and that would benefit Central and Eastern Europe. But it may need the end of the Ukraine war. Again, you'll see the CEE popped up recently on the efforts to end the Ukraine war. And this was shared by Born to Be Free. So thank you again to Born to Be Free, who pointed out this CEE ETF and the potential pop on potential end in the Ukraine war. Also, with all these trade wars and tariffs, etc., is there a risk of a global recession? There was talk that, Canada's economy could go into recession if those tariffs were applied. There are probably some other countries that might slip into recession, but in general, seeing less, international trade, less global trade, could negatively impact, global shipping. So global shippers, actually, there's been a number of those that have been popping up in the double bottom, multiple bottom screens I do. And the broad ETF on dry bulk shipping is BDRY. We scalped that profitably recently, but I'm kind of staying away from that long term. You might get a short term burst if people are stocking up short term. But then again, if we get less global shipping, global recession, probably negative for your global shippers. So I also want to go over this news article. Donald Trump signs his plan for reciprocal tariffs, but with a delay. And we can also see there's a nice graph in here about countries that have the highest tariffs. So let me grab a drink and we'll go over that very quickly. So again, you can refer to access this article via the link in our notes. But again, this was, I don't remember what date, Thursday or Friday, the 13th, so it was Thursday. Trump announced reciprocal tariffs, so whatever they apply, including, he was talking about including VAT taxes or GSTs in consideration, considering that a tariff, but they're not going to go into effect until April. In fact, they're just kind of doing a study. So a lot of volatility, in my humble opinion, probably a point for negotiation. So we're going to hear a lot of this on again, off again, reciprocal tariff talk. So again, I think that would create more volatility, but the market hasn't really reacted a whole lot. So you see they're going to complete a study by April, and then they're going to decide what tariffs to apply. And again, I'm sure it could be on again, off again. And Modi come in, didn't seem like they made a lot of progress because India popped and then dropped back down a bit. Again, we got 25% on steel and aluminum already. Also, again, these Canada and Mexico tariffs just got delayed for a month, so those could be on again um, in a month. So we could see again a drop in Canada and Mexico in a month. So India to Brazil, South Korea have higher average tariffs. So again, this article has a really nice chart with who has the highest tariffs. So this is kind of interesting. I think Kenya would be at the top. We see India has high tariffs, Argentina, Brazil, South Korea, South Africa we talked about recently. So with all the talk of China, they're actually kind of in the middle. Also, you see there really aren't any EU countries up in there. The UK is pretty low. Japan's quite low. So the EU countries actually have relatively low tariffs, but I guess if Trump considers VAT tax, GST tax part of tariffs, that might bump them up in the list. Canada's tariffs are very low. So considering trading these various countries, probably want to consider that potential for reciprocal tariffs. So but with some delay, so we've got some time. So Brazil did pop up, but again, if they get reciprocal tariffs, that could be very negative for Brazil. Same way South Korea, India. So again, people focusing on China, but some of these other countries, they move production to those countries. The tariffs are actually pretty high there as well. Like I said, India, some we don't see. Vietnam's only 4%. You don't see Indonesia or, well, there's Indonesia 5%. I didn't see Malaysia. So that might be a good place for people to move production. Again, get lower tariffs, possibly Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam are lower. Japan, again, pretty low. Australia, pretty good. So we do have ETFs for Australia as well. So again, you can use all this information to, trade this tariff news, these on again, off again tariffs to make money trading tariffs, be it various countries. And again, I'll just point out where you can find the ETFs for various countries, also various commodities. We talked about wood and lumber. So there's the wood and cut ETFs for wood and lumber. Also, some of the other products we talked about. So you can find a variety of ETFs to long or short some countries in either our main sheet or in our research sheet. So for example, you can see pretty quickly the Brazil. So some cases we have a long and a short on Brazil. You see Brazil did pop up a little bit recently, popped up nicely on Friday, but again, we saw reciprocal tariffs could be negative for Brazil. So if those get announced, then BZQ to short, BRZU to long, or EWZ to long. And we've got China long and short, etc. And you could find a number of these other countries. So there's Australia, we've got Canada in the research tab. Here's CEE, again, Central and Eastern Europe. See that popped up recently on potential peace talks with Ukraine. So I think Katan Easy Mike was asked about India recently. So again, you can find all the ETFs we have on India. We have primary ones, INDL, INDQ for internet and e-commerce. And we've got others. INDA, INDY, EPI. So you can see those all dropped on Friday. So again, you can pick the ETF with the composition, the risk reward profile, etc. that you'd like by using our ETF Google sheet. Just search for the country in either the ETFs or the research sheet. So again, here's Indonesia. We have a long for Indonesia, don't have a short, but again, if this ETF is shortable, you could check that out with their Finviz profile. And if you're able to short the ETFs in your account, that could be an opportunity again if they announce reciprocal tariffs on some of these countries. Again, Japan, Malaysia. So there's Malaysia, EWM. South Korea, we've talked about, got quite a few in different. There's South Africa, long, South Korea. Koru is a little leveraged. So again, I'd highly recommend in terms of making money trading tariffs. Think about which countries may benefit or get hurt as these tariff news come out, and jump over to our ETFs Google sheet. You can identify the ETF for trading that country or that commodity, etc. To take advantage of that news on the tariffs. Again, I expect very volatile, a lot of on again, off again. Again, we'll get delays in these tariffs. Some, Canada, Mexico deferred for a month. The reciprocal tariffs can be delayed till post-April. And then I think, again, it'll be a point of negotiation. So again, I expect a lot of volatility. So using these various ETFs, I think you can take advantages, long on steel. We've got some for aluminum, etc. So all the different commodities, countries, also Forex. You can find the Forex ETFs in the ETF database sheet. So if you're looking, long the Canadian dollar, FXC with an ETF if you don't trade Forex directly. So again, you can find all of these in our ETF Google sheet. So if you do have any questions regarding a specific ETF, or you have some additions to our ETF Google sheet to trade various countries, commodities, etc., please put those in the comments to our video or in our Discord. Tag us in the Discord. We're at BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other characters, symbols, numbers, etc. Anyone else is an imposter, please ignore and report them. Again, if you had any questions or any tickers you want us to look at tomorrow, potentially come back to the additions to our ETF Google sheet either tomorrow or the following weeks as we have time. But you can access those now in our ETFs Google sheet, so you can see descriptions in the notes. And again, you can find these all by doing a find in the research sheet of our ETFs Google sheet. So again, if I missed your question or your request for researching a ticker, etc., please put those in the comments to our video or in our Discord. You can also see a variety of videos we've been talking about how to make money trading in February, how to make money trading in the winter, etc. So we'd also love your feedback on what we can do to improve our weekly trading game plans, any of our other videos, our tools, our Google Sheets, etc. We really need to hear from you, what you would like to hear more of, less of, etc. What can we do to add more value for all of our BeachBum traders? So again, we really need your feedback. We also need your help. We hope that you'll smash the like button on this video. Help us try to get the YouTube algorithm to show us some love someday and share our videos with more traders around the world. We really need your personal help with sharing our videos, etc. Please repost them on your social media sites, share them with your fellow traders, invite your fellow traders to join us in the live chat for our live streams, join us in the discussions in our Discord, etc. We'd greatly appreciate it, and it would benefit all of our BeachBum traders. So thank you again to everyone that joined us in the chat today. Anyway, everyone that's watching after the fact, we hope.
The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch list, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You could also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello.
BeachBum Trading also now has a site on Patreon. If you are willing and able to help support our efforts to produce all the content and help you achieve the financial freedom you want, deserve, to be able to live the BeachBum lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle you would like, and you're willing and able to help support our efforts in these regards, we hope you'll choose to visit our Patreon page. You can get access to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, which is currently under construction, but you will get access to the Discord server by supporting us through Patreon. Again, this is all currently under construction, but you can see we just have the default levels, membership levels, but again, each level allows support, allows access to our Discord. We're also posting our trade positions initially in our Discord, and again, we greatly appreciate any support that you're willing and able to provide. So thank you for your consideration.
Another way that you can help support BeachBum Trading and being able to produce frequent quality content for you for free on YouTube, etc., is in addition to subscribing to our BeachBum Trading channel, hitting the like button on our videos, and hitting the notify so you're alerted when we release further videos. You can also choose to show your support for BeachBum Trading with a super thanks, which you can find below this video. If you hit the heart with the $sign, the super thanks, again, you can financially support BeachBum Trading in whatever amount that you wish, and we greatly appreciate your support, and that will help us, again, be able to produce frequent quality content that we can provide for you and all your fellow BeachBum traders around the world for free on YouTube. So again, we greatly appreciate all of your support, and thank you very much. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again. Good luck and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.